An hour in, he offered me a soda. I didn't hesitate, grateful for the rare treat. But after a few sips, I started feeling dizzy. Then, everything went black. When I woke up, I was in an unfamiliar room, handcuffed to a bed, my mouth taped shut. The room was filled with things most kids would dream of: superhero posters, a TV, a Super Nintendo, but I was too terrified to enjoy any of it. Dr. Tanner came in, sat on the bed, and gently removed the tape from my mouth. "Listen," he said calmly, "I'm here to help you, and I would never hurt you. You're going to stay here for a while, but you can play with anything in this room when I'm home. When I leave," he added, "I'll have to cuff you to the bed again. But you can watch TV, only the news channels. Do you understand?" I nodded, overwhelmed and confused. He smiled, patted my knee, and left, locking the door behind him. For the next few hours, I played Mario on the Nintendo, unsure of what else to do. That night, Dr. Tanner brought dinner and reassured me that everything would be fine. When I asked how long I'd be there, he said, "About a month. I just have some work to do." The days passed in a surreal blur. Dr. Tanner treated me kindly. He talked with me, played board games, and seemed genuinely caring. But I couldn't shake the feeling of unease. One morning, before he left for work, he woke me early and told me to watch the news all day. "Pay close attention," he said, his tone unusually serious. Later that morning, I saw it. Breaking news. A child's remains had been found beneath an overpass, burned and decapitated. The news showed a melted school ID card recovered with the body. It was mine. I felt sick as I watched my parents on TV, crying and pleading for my return. My father, who I'd never seen show vulnerability, begged for forgiveness. My mother sobbed uncontrollably, saying how much she loved me. For the first time, I realized how much they truly cared. That night, Dr. Tanner came home late. He unlocked my cuffs and handed me a bottle of fizzy water. "Drink this," he said softly, "and remember our promise. Never tell anyone about me." I drank the water and passed out. When I woke up, I was lying in the park near my house. In the distance, I saw my father sitting on the porch, his head in his hands. When I called out to him, he ran to me, tears streaming down his face. My mother followed, crying as she wrapped me in her arms. Dr. Tanner had kept his promise. My parents were different, loving, attentive, and kind. Things at home were better than I'd ever imagined. I still see Dr. Tanner on campus sometimes. He never speaks to me, but he'll give me a knowing smile. I'll always keep my promise to him, but one question haunts me. Who did Dr. Tanner kill and leave under the overpass?